So first base here, your favorite pitcher, Friar. Who's it going to be tonight?
Yeah, so obviously there are some really good options at the top of this. You look at like Nestor Cortez and Shane McClanahan, obviously going toe to toe with one another. Pitchers, whenever you got them going against another strong pitcher, I feel like that usually feeds into one another. But I'm actually looking at that Braves game because Spencer Strider is still a value option right now, under 8K, going up against the Nationals. I look at the Nationals and they're in the lower third in OPS and ISO and WOBA against right-handed pitching this season. So I feel comfortable in that regard. I know they don't strike out a ton against right-handed pitching, and that's the most important thing that we're looking for largely. But last time he saw them, he did average a strikeout per inning. It was only 3 innings, so they still haven't gotten a great look at him to this point. And honestly, too, like Strider, he's striking out everybody that he's seen at this point, like 25 strikeouts over his last 16 and 2/3 innings. So you got some great high-price guys to pick from, but I think you want to build around this value option.
Favorite pitcher, Garion, hook me up.
Yeah, that's a weird slate. I think there are some really viable options, Strider being one of them. There's some guys who are just absolutely dirt cheap you could possibly take a chance on. But like Nick said, we do have this trio at the top who have been among the best pitchers in baseball, if not this season, last season as well. But they all have really tough matchups on paper. I guess the one sort of, I wouldn't say easy, but like moderate matchup would be Nestor Cortez drawing the Rays, who just haven't been hitting all that well lately. Obviously got shut out in yesterday's game by the Yankees. They're missing arguably their two most important bats right now in Wander Franco and in Brandon Lowe. So I think Nestor can bounce back. He had his first bad start of the season in his last outing against a red-hot Minnesota team that really got healthy at exactly the right time and is loaded up with bats who can hit left-handed pitching. I don't think the Rays really possess that. And in June, again, they've got some pretty middle-of-the-road numbers. They've got a 98 WRC+. They've got a 296 WOBA. These are all in the lower third of baseball. So I think Cortez, who's, hovering around a 28% strikeout rate, 2.39 expected ERA for the season, I think he bounces back tonight, and I think I have him over the other two studs up around 10K just because of that matchup.